Hello and welcome to the Fortitude Podcast. It's season 2, episode 23, I believe.
Yay!
Feel free to itch, man.
I'm having the worst hair day right now.
That's all good. I'll zoom in on both nose and hair.
Please do.
I don't think Kay can have a worse hair day.
Oh, bro, that
He
makes
looks
a lot
It's a
of
perfect day.
Yeah, he does look great and everything. Anyway, to my itchiest...
Speaking of great videos, before we carry on, great photos.
Oh, bro, can I do...
I just want to say,
you like to go against the grain.
You know, people like it. People like it to be a bit wacky sometimes. There's a photo of us at an adventure today. You see how incredible? I've seen it yet. Kay looks incredible, and I mean, I look.
That's fine.
Flabby.
You
You look good as well, Frank.
No, I don't.
The first photo is my favourite.
Frank, you're trying to engage with us.
I can't because I'm very. It triggers me. I'm like a female. I'm like an SJW.
Oh, that is not good.
No, but seriously, I do like to stick to the format.
What's
Social
the-
justice warrior.
But if you want to know what we were up to,
Nah, come on, we'll talk. I'll cut it. We'll restart.
No, don't do that.
I have the
Everyone
power.
loves it. Everyone loves
I
this.
have the power.
Don't you dare say you've got the power in front of Kay.
I will destroy us.
You know when skunks aren't
To the
happy.
itchiest of noses on my left.
Hey, that's me, Jason Watson.
To my incredible hair, nevertheless.
It's Kamal.
And me, Frankie Lars J, was here Instagram.
Rustic Soul.
Kay was here
It's love
Instagram.
of Kamal.
And me, the real Frankie Lars. On the trans agenda, we're going to talk witty recap. And I will now happily go over what we've just talked about a little bit now. But anyway, we're going to also ask you the topic or the question today I'm raising. I think we hinted on it once upon a time in the last episode or so on. What would you do with £1 to generate cash?
My jaw really hurts from diving.
Is that... I mean, please!
That's because you're
Problem solve this. So do you know that time I give you that conundrum about the thing on the beach?
Yeah.
Where obviously you had to get the animals over without like, oh, we're going to do that again.
Oh,
so
I'm looking forward to that.
I brought one of
Back
those.
on that, are we?
Yeah, I just hope you don't get it right. Because if you get it right quick, then it just...
How does make a pound stretch? Into
No, and then after that, I've got the conundrum.
Okay.
And then Jay, would you lie to us?
Oh,
Jay's got a
well.
little
Here we
thingamajig for
go.
us.
I got one for you today.
And then we will end. That was the
I'm
trans
excited for this.
agenda. Anyway,
One exciting podcast.
boom. Now I'm free. Now I'm a free spirit. I can
I don't
happily
want to do
talk.
it now.
Now we're scared to talk, Frank.
Yeah.
You've shut us down.
Yeah.
No.
Shut
So
up.
where did we go, and why did we get a free invite?
Right,
Kay?
this is on Kay, this one.
So I got a message from Aqua Park, Suffolk, to say, I can't remember what the message was. Basically, they invited us down for a little trial. So the boys and I went.
What is Aqua Park?
It's essentially loads of inflatable bouncy castles on top of water, on top of very green water,
A river.
which we drank a lot of.
Yeah.
I didn't drink too much, to be honest. I've
I
got more in
drank
my
a lot of-
lenses than anything.
Oh yeah, Frankie's missing an eye.
Okay, Frank's going to get pink eye.
Do you remember, Frankie? Do you remember this? Did we tell the viewers that story
Which one?
about that time? Then Frankie was dabbing his eye to get his lens out, and then half an hour later he realized he didn't have a lens in there.
Oh,
Oh, that was when we went to Cozy Club, wasn't it?
that's today, wasn't it?
No.
This was a while back.
That was when we were in the restaurant. We were eating. Yeah, I think so. And I just prodded at my eye, and there was that's good. My lens was out of it.
Frankie always got in trouble for punching a child.
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
bitch!
She said she
She's a
reported him.
bitch.
All
She,
right.
like,
All
how
right.
old was
All
she?
right.
How old
I
was
got
she?
it.
Frankie's a
I
pedo.
How old?
Frankie,
Oh, you can't say
This wasn't
that.
inappropriate touching. This was
Jesus, Kay.
Right, so it's quite
Who's
slippery.
touching?
It's quite slippery.
No.
It's quite a slippery area, this is. And we were, Frankie's falls were comically brilliant, the way he was falling around. It was great. So we were on this little area with like a bit of a climbing wall. I was on one bit, Kay was on one bit, and Frankie was at the top of the climbing wall. And then there was 2 children on the same bit as us.
Females.
It's a mixed event. Anyone can
Gender
go.
doesn't.
You've even got to mention the children's
You're
like,
disgusting.
gender. And
Well, it's on the scene, you know.
yeah, it's good set scening. Set scening? That's not a word.
Scene scene.
And so then before you know it, out of nowhere, you hear this wacky scream of Frankie here. turn around, he's fallen down. He's knocked Kay into the...
I pushed Kay.
Oh, you pushed
I went
Kay.
for an active push.
Oh, as you...
But it was
fell,
slippery.
You jumped down to push Kay in.
Yeah.
As you landed, I think supposedly your foot made connection with this girl's hand.
Bollocks did it.
She sat there going, "Oh, ow, ooh," well, and then saying, "Oh, you hurt me," and I was obviously loving it, going, "Frank, did you just hit that child?" And then and she was going, "Oh, you hit the kid. You're mean. You're a meanie."
She was playing on it.
Yeah,
It was
she was playing on it. And she's like, "I'm going to report you." So it got a bit serious. And then, so we were like, "All right, let's hightail on out of here." So I was like, "Frank, get yourself in the water, mate."
That's not what happened. No, so I was about to argue with this child, and Jay swung me out and threw me into the river. You did, because I would have had an argument and probably got in a lot of trouble. But she was a bitch. I didn't land on it. I would have felt landing on someone.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking touch her. So she was playing dramatic, and then
that would be.
that was naughty. Naughty girl.
That was one of the highlights, and the other one was Kay's first ever dive, which was, I think goes down in the memory bank as one of my all-time favourites.
It's a good moment.
And I think the thing is that the more it replayed in our heads after it got worse. Because at first it was like, ha ha, and then it just got ecstatic.
It was so
and then we just
weird.
couldn't control ourselves. And it was incredible. It was.
What was it? How did it look?
It was like.
It was
a typical mixture of a diver, someone who's not done a dive yet, and a bodybuilder. And you know how you say the bodybuilder run and
stiff run, and
you know when small dogs
I'll put a clip in. I'll put a
when a
clip
staffy
in.
runs up and jumps into a river, and their legs and their feet. It was around that kind of body shape, but it was the way it was held. It was held in the air with such
impact on it.
Yeah, it didn't change on impact.
You didn't even course correction. You're like, I just deal with it.
The position was chosen and it was maintained the entire way.
Didn't even bail. This is wrong.
Incredible core strength. Incredible core strength to hold it with such rigidity. It's not even a word.
I knew I fucked up from the moment I took off, and then I was so stubborn to be like, no, I fucked up.
I ain't changing.
I ain't changing. The water changed.
The funny thing is, your dive 2 was good, but dive 3 had reverted back, and you just went flat and you did belly flop.
I did dive 4 after.
Yeah, dive 4 was good.
I didn't see dive 4.
Dive 4 was good. You missed that. Then Frankie was like, let me show you the dive. His first dive, he ran off into a front flip instead.
Yeah, hit my back.
That was you hurt your back. Oh yeah,
I landed my back a few times.
You done a lot of that. That's
probably good 10 falls today.
There's another quite a high climbing wall bit, and you got to the top, and the guy was like, "Oh, you can't climb over and go down the slide. You have to jump off." And you just launched yourself off backwards.
That was hilarious. Yeah,
right at the start.
You got very brave in the water,
Well, because false sense of security. Early on, I was like, the water is my friend. It's a soft landing.
It wasn't hurting.
But every time I would leave a limb out, it would be smashing against concrete. But yeah, I landed on my back in particular. And it winded me, and I just floating off. I just couldn't move.
You had to stop for a bit, and then there was the when I was about to dive, and you kind of fell down, was hanging. Remember, you was hanging off the slide bit.
I can't remember.
And me and Kay were I don't know if Kay was contributing, but we were leaning forward, and you was hanging down, and you just dropped, and your head went into the water first.
No, there's one of them where. So there's 3 of them. No, it's I'm a fucking retard. That's scary.
And you went to the highest jump, and we were in the distance, weren't we? We just saw Kane
running.
He just screams and does this massive jump.
That's because I like showing off. So anything for a bit of a chuckle, and I'll do it.
And then your last one, your final run and jump, and you hurt your shoulder.
Yeah, well, they said bring everything in, and that makes sense now. Bring your limbs in, because I landed with my left arm just straight, so it put a bit of pressure. It was more impact. Then it doesn't hurt now. The worst one was my knee. It was a small fall, but I landed solid on a straight leg, and my knee just went. And
that's because you didn't land on the.
I landed on the inflate. I landed on the trampoline, but because I fell awkwardly, I kind of was falling on my back. Falling on my back and then land on my knee somehow, but then crawled and then immediately tried to do a dive after.
I think it was your faces when you knew you were about to
that kills me. Still for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and you knew that was it.
Just give up.
You just went with it. And then
That was fun. That was a good time. wasn't it?
there was another
great
one.
time.
We talk about it because we can envision it, but no one else can.
Yeah, maybe
But
they like it.
There's two little inflatables. Remember when we said we're going to jump and dive through, and all three of us had body slammed into it and then bounced back each time. And I thought Kay was going to get it because he came in with such confidence.
He did come in hard.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And it was the best one because he smacked into it and then went back. Oh, it's so good.
There's nothing like seeing another person fall over. I mean, regardless of who it is. But, you know, it's funny being someone you know.
I think it's because you can enjoy like seeing us slip around and like just being quite painful situation without it hurting too much.
I've always found falling over funny. I found like it's just one of them things I can't not laugh at. Yeah. I saw someone in the dog park once trip over a leaf and fall face first onto the gravel, and she was in a lot of fucking. Her whole family, she was crying. There was blood, but I couldn't stop giggling.
When somebody falls, it's funny.
It was
funny
comedy.
when it's like an important person as well.
God, we have that movie.
We do have that.
You know the jumpy bit? You know where you lay on one end and someone jumps on the other?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was
shit.
Frankie's big thing was like, because he wasn't quite in the right place for it. So he was like, I'm going to go around the side and do it. And then we were like, no, don't do it, bro. And then about 10 seconds later, you just hear Frankie make his sound and he's falling off the edge.
Oh, yeah, the kids wanted to help him as well.
That didn't help my cause. For 1 minute, I tagged the kid over there, so I had to swim away. Next minute, 3 boys were grabbing my junk, trying to push me up.
Right, mate. Careful with the words there, bro.
My trunk. So they were grabbing me, trying to push me up, and I was like, "Come on, lads!"
Everyone was waiting for so long for you to finally move.
That was fucking hard.
The girl was like, "Don't jump because you'll break the bag if you jump because of the angle you're on it." And then you're going, "Right, I'm ready." And you're like half hanging off it.
So I'd done all that. She said that couldn't even be done, so I just had to flail off, just swim away. You done it. You done exactly the same thing as I did.
It was really difficult to come. There was this kid.
We're too muscly, mate.
Yeah. There was a kid with there was a kid with snot coming out of his face. He just kept talking with all this. We
all just jumped off. I think we just
we're like,
fuck that. I'd rather go on the river.
Yeah, every time there was like a snot kid, we were like, fuck it, change direction. About that.
Hey ho! If you're a fan of Fortitude Podcast and you're from the local area, next year we'll do that again. We have that'd be funny with a.
What you keep saying,
really?
It's the entire summer. They're here for
the entire summer.
We should do enough one and get a load of people to come with us.
That'd be fun. I like
a Fortitude Fitness event.
Yeah,
team building. Should we go for free?
Now we're pros.
Pay for yourself, though.
Yeah.
You're not paying for
all
of you.
I don't want to pay.
No, you'll pay for you. Well, Kay probably won't have to.
Yeah, I mean, if Kay could swing us some freebies,
we'll
I'd be game. But anyway, that was Aqua.
We could hire the whole thing out.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
That'd be expensive.
Please pay for it, and also do come down because that place is incredible.
Sign to our Patreon page so we can pay for the event.
we can pay to have fun.
No, I thought Frankie was going to make one.
Yeah, no. I was going to, but
it's money grabby, isn't it? Though, like.
Well, no, I mean, because you always say with a Patreon, for example, if you're willing to support and you fancy helping us out, no pressure. That's what a Patreon is, isn't it?
I guess it's if you like our content.
Yeah. Kay's on his phone. Is that enough?
Took
13 minutes for Kay to get bored of us.
I was just checking how many.
Anyway, should we move on from Aqua talk?
Aqua.
Anything else happened this week, or you all been?
That
highlight?
Just the highlight of the week, really.
Yeah. Should we move on?
Nothing else matters.
All right, then. To be honest, we're actually flying through.
Well, we're all a bit tired, so we're trying to just.
I haven't really got a K list either. I forgot about that.
No.
So Kay, you're a free man.
There's no K list.
Thanks, guys.
There's no K list.
Well, I think we could wrap up this next bit, the topic bit, in 12 minutes. Yeah. So I'm going to go to, because Kay's on his phone. I'm going to talk to Kay first.
Oh, you're like a teacher when you go on the one
I want it on silent. Ready?
Yeah.
So what would you do, Kay, if I give you £1? What would you do to turn that £1 into more than that? How do you generate cash from £1? What would be?
I would go straight to a charity shop, buy something from there, whatever it is, and then try sell that on via either to a friend or eBay or whatever.
Would eBay be discounted because you have to pay fees on this, or
well, I mean,
pay fees after
postage or pickup, or they have to pay for postage?
If you made £20 for something and then you had to give £5 to eBay, you still got 15 quid, didn't you?
Yeah,
so,
I didn't know if you had to pay fees prior to. I've never sold on eBay.
No, you don't have to pay anything
I don't think so. I think until you sell it.
Yeah, and then and then use that money to buy more stuff and just keep flipping. Yeah.
I like it.
Hold on a minute. I thought that was going to be 12 minutes. You finished in 30 seconds.
It's because you came with the flawless plan,
Just
which is
keep
buy something
flipping.
cheap, sell it for more, buy several more cheap things. Sell
Supply and demand. That
All
you
right,
get a
so
whole
what would
team to do an
you
offer.
go for? What do you know? So what would you? Because that's an easier said than done, flipping. But what would you buy that you're aware of, and you know prices of, and how much could go for more?
Well,
and
if
so
you
on?
have a pound, you don't really, I guess, have a lot of room to play around with. So you just go in and buy anything that's under £1.
Would you just then price it £1 just off on a whim with the hope that someone might actually just buy it?
Yeah. Or sorry.
So would you just like, if something's like, let's say you can buy this hat at this charity shop for 90p,
Yeah.
would you just sell it for like maybe £5 just to hope that someone on eBay might actually buy it for £5?
Yeah,
or
pretty much.
Then
Yeah.
what happens if no one buys for £5?
go
Well, then
down?
that's fucking
You got
game
10p
over. Isn't it?
there.
And we just
Well,
fucked it, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of averages, isn't it? The more you approach, the more you're likely to get yes. Yeah.
What do you do, Jay? Have you got anything?
All right.
Go on, you can
Okay.
go all in. We've got a while.
All right, so we go to a charity shop first. This is where it all
You're the same.
No. It all starts at a charity shop.
All right.
I buy myself a cheap thong.
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 Thong. Okay.
I buy myself a cheap thong. I wear it. I maybe, do a dance or two for a couple of people. At this point, am I now or am I like super poor? Do I have the internet?
You no,
So
yeah,
do
you
I
do.
have my
Yeah.
current resources? So I've gone bankrupt
Yes,
and I only
yeah.
have £1 left.
Yeah, you can
All
use
right,
that.
I use the internet and I go on web shows.
So you're gonna be a camera.
I basically, in my thong, I do flex shows, lower body flex shows. I squeeze my glutes, I contract my quads,
Wait, this
I
rings a
slap
bell.
my penis around a little bit. I charge a fairly decent amount. I'm pretty sure that's quite a quick way to make some funds. That £1 turns into a lot of money very quickly.
That's
Right.
a great idea.
Have you got any other ones
The
that
other one
don't
was-
involve selling your
The other
body,
one
Jay?
was going to be, all right,
I'd sleep with people.
I go to a sweet shop. I buy 100 1p sweets. I sell them for 2p.
Or you entice kids to get the sweets from a
bully
van,
them.
and then you
Rob them of their lunch money.
Yeah.
And you floor.
Well, I was going to say kidnap them and so
Yeah,
on.
flu.
But,
So the children on. That's a
but
big,
two very different visions.
big money.
Well, there you
Big
go,
money.
guys. There's so many different ways of making money. What
Frankie,
would you do, Frank?
what would you do?
I knew a bloke once who, I say bloke, he was 14 at my school. He would buy from either Macro or, I think it wouldn't be IKEA, I think it's Macro.
Well, you buy
Macro's
from
the-
Macro for £1, mate.
Oh no, I was just giving you a short story. That aggression.
I
What
want
the
to know.
fuck are you
We don't-
going to
I
buy?
don't- I don't
Stick to the
care
fucking plan.
What your mate has done with his more than £1. I want to know what you would do with £1.
He bought sweets and sold them for lots. He made hundreds and hundreds of pounds for his school.
What
Did you
about
shut
you?
down?
What I would
Mate,
do...
mate.
What the fuck would you do?
What, mate? What would you do, son? Come on, Frankie, tell us. What would you do?
So I would take this £1 and I would say...
If you say thong, I'm gonna scream.
I would go up to someone and say, right, I bet you some money that...
Ooh, risky.
double or nine. I'm going to get two fucking whole pound here. That you can't touch my hands. Bear in mind, audio listeners, right now. No, but...
This is what's your only
Oh
down.
shit! No, give me that. Nah. You
You
can't
don't
just.
owe me £1 because
Nah,
you
bro,
bet
bro.
For listeners of Spotify now, Paul,
Fucking minus pound.
Frankie just held his hands out and then Jason touched them.
Frankie's in
Oh,
debt. He
fuck.
now owes me
I'm
£1.
100% down in the first day. Anyway, so I'd do that. I'd put my hands out outstretched, and I'd say, right, you got to slap my hands. But I couldn't be caught off guard like that. It has to be face to face.
Yeah.
And I know full well
Does it
that.
have to be after the word go?
So no, you'd have 10 seconds to just touch my hands by a simple slapsy game.
Yeah.
And I'm fully too quick.
I reckon you actually are really good at
I'm
slaps.
too quick.
Should we play the game?
No, well,
Frankie
audio,
versus K slaps right now.
audio list. No, but I've got the pound. All right, so audio list. Jay, you're gonna have to commentate like the radio.
Okay, here we go. So on the left, we've
So
got
technically, this is
Frankie-
up to £1. 10 seconds.
Up to
yeah?
£1. All right, so
So we're
Kamal
here,
and
yeah,
Frankie's
and we'll
hands.
slap it,
and-
Yeah, and I'm gonna go down.
Yeah.
Kamal and Frankie's hands. and
where'd you
now
go?
So
side
we'll
to
start the
side.
10
You just-
seconds.
Here we go. Then
Now.
now to go. Here we go.
No.
connected.
This isn't.
K connected.
I'm not giving you a
It
pound.
didn't even go.
Give me two
It
pounds.
didn't even go beyond 1 second.
Right, it
we
was 2
started
seconds.
the 10 second
It
count.
was 2
Frankie
seconds.
dropped his hands. K Kay swooped in. He got
issue-
the connection on the top of the hand. Game over.
commentary.
So me a pound and Kay a pound.
The issue
and the fact that
is-
you wasted everyone's time, you owe everybody a pound.
The issue is,
What's the issue, man? You just
in an ideal situation, I'm standing up. Because when I drop my hand,
Let's face it, the best way to us to make money with a pound
my big thigh was in the way.
all three of us buy a thong, we all go online. Trust me, I think
That makes more sense.
We'd make loads of money
To
doing
be
that.
fair, let's do it.
I've just
Let's do it.
realised, I could potentially just lose my money quite easily on my game.
Yeah, Frankie, you've got great glutes. You put a thong on there, you turn around on camera, you get mad pain.
I do this thing with my cheeks where I spread them and I arouse the local area.
He charges us. He turns around, spreads his cheeks and charges into us in full speed.
I try and use my sweaty, hairy bumhole as a provocative.
Yeah. That's fucking
Anyway.
hot. I've had, okay, have you had the full frontal experience yet? I think you've had it,
No, I have. I remember it.
The full
I
frontal?
don't think I've only given Jay and Max a good
No,
feel.
you've given me.
Jay's got the best one.
I had the greatest view of it. It was fucking red.
I'll give you a full frontal now.
Give it to the camera.
We're doing a lot of.
Oh no! Yeah! That just happened. Kay, did you
Where's the commentator? Where's the comment? What's happening?
So Frankie stood up. He turned around. He dropped his trousers about 3/4 down. He lifted his shirt up. The cheeks were out. Kay was directly in eyesight of the hole. Frankie,
Give me £2.
Double-handed spread.
That was for a pound.
Double-handed spread. It
wonder.
was like a good sort of 1.5 seconds of
Yeah,
just silence.
you
and
could
visuals.
definitely see hair and sweat.
Have you
Okay,
ever?
what did you see?
You know when you're cleaning out your old garage,
Where is this
and
going?
you open
Yeah.
you open an old wardrobe, and there's
Yeah.
spiders web, and they kind of start spreading.
My bum was like an old spider's web. Do you actually see the spider recoil back into his den?
Okay, talk to us about your view. Did you actually get a
What
good
did
view there?
what did you see there?
It was just loads of interlocked sort of hairs.
It's a very sweaty bumhole. I'd go and
I didn't see much sweat,
It was-
but there was kind of wet hairs.
Oh, wet hair.
Yeah,
What's a
wet hair.
sweaty bumhole? The thing is, if I was standing up,
It's like the chain joke.
That's what we would do.
that's the biggest fucking. We went so off course.
You thought we'd have the biggest discussion.
You
about
thought
it.
you were about to learn a lot and make a lot of money.
Well, they learn. Look,
Look,
you've got
you've got 5 different ways there.
charity shop buying, viable option. Buy something slutty and wear it on camera, viable option.
I might actually do that.
Buy 99p sweets, sell them for £1. I mean, I don't know if someone's going to want, like, if you've got sweaty sweets in your hand and you go 2p each.
Just out of your pocket.
2p.
Not even in
I got some of the dolphins and some turtles, 2p each.
They've fallen all over. Oh, shit.
Bit of fluff in there as well.
Oh.
Oh yeah, oh, my vibe.
I actually store mine in my bum cheeks. So when I.
Okay, when you open it in front of Kay, he's like, ooh,
Here's a piece of candy.
there's a strawberry in there. Strawberry sweet.
Oh, there's a
They're quite
chocolate.
big, those are. They're chunky sweet. For a chunky butt.
My chunky butt. My cellulite butt.
Tonk tonk lids.
Jesus Christ, Jay. The hell, man?
Oh,
What the hell, Jay?
we've had a great day.
Right.
We did have a really great weekend.
Yeah.
It's nice to be back.
Nice to have you around.
Nice to be
I'm
back
wrong.
in the mix.
Frank.
Ah,
around,
I can't
Jay.
even be. Ah! Jesus.
All right.
Right.
If you want to know, let us know how you'd make money if you had £1.
Yeah, the comments below, especially Steve. Steve, comments below.
Yeah, Steve, we need
know
your
you
comments
now.
back, man. We ain't commented for a while. We need you back. Also, if you on Patreon, you'd be interested in getting a picture of my cheeks spread.
Do you know why
I
Steve?
could send.
Gold pay patrons to get Frankie's clues.
I
You should
swear.
start an OnlyFans account.
You'd get
Nah, it could just be fucking me mum or something.
you'd get loads of
You
Lloyd
would.
worshippers want to just like watch you wobble your booty.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. That depends. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
You could literally make a viable salary of like $3,000 a month just doing that.
Quite
If it was that easy,
I
and
watch
I
so
could
many
be
girls on
asked.
my Instagram that get so many thousands of pounds from
I'd
it.
go gay. Not like actually banging
just
men.
G for P.
But yeah, I'd do the old cam gay stuff. It
Yeah.
doesn't bother me.
Eating on camera.
I'm not a man. I don't give a shit. I'm not a man.
I ain't got no integrity or anything.
That's what I mean.
Whatever,
I ain't got no
whatever.
integrity.
I'm not a man. I just do whatever.
You're on fire. Right, let's end that. Let's switch over.
That was incredible.
Let's switch over. The conundrum. Right, so you're... I mean, really.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Okay, so you're walking... You got obviously play ball here.
All right.
You're walking down a dark road.
Oh,
Yeah, you stumble across a warehouse.
Ooh.
You go into said warehouse because you're inquisitive. You want to know what's going on in this warehouse. It's abandoned, but the door's open. So you go inside the door. What you do is you peer. This appears to be a door straight ahead of you. So you walk about 10 feet, then you're next to the door. You look through the door, and you see a man hanging from the ceiling. Dead. He's killed himself. But there's a twist.
Ooh.
He's 20 feet off the ground with nothing to stand on.
Except it wasn't a man.
It was
It
a
was a
baby.
baby.
In front of me!
He knew. Oh, yay. Okay, so sorry, Craig.
So are we sure that he killed
I
himself?
need to just tell you that the man was not a baby. He was a man. Anyway, so yeah, he's killed himself, and you're like, oh, how did he get there? But all you know was that there was a puddle of water beneath him.
Oh, okay, so he's hanging.
If you know the answer, if you genuinely know it, and you're going to answer it too quick, I'd rather you wait. and see
I
if-
want to reset the scene. So he's hanging. He's already hanging.
He's hanging.
There's no stool there or anything that would suggest he like stood up there, tied his neck, and kicked his own stool from under him.
No.
Is there any hole above the ceiling? Is there a hole?
Is there a hole?
Yeah.
No, so he's just hanging
He's
from...
hanging
Because
off
I'm
a beam.
thinking...
how big is 20 foot?
Have you watched Breaking Bad? When he put him in a bath and put some acid in it and just fell
I've
for
seen
it.
it, I've seen
Yeah, nothing like that?
Nothing like
Okay.
how much? 10 feet?
20
Oh,
feet
yeah,
is
probably
the
20
gym
feet. I feel that.
ceiling.
Yeah,
So
that's
he's
fair.
in the
That's
center
that's
of the
fair.
warehouse. No, there's no possible way he could have got there. There's no
That's a big
ledges.
old house, isn't it? Fucking hell.
But there was water beneath him.
So there's.
But if you know the answer and you feel like you don't, I'd rather you not say.
We don't know the answer, but I don't know.
Try and
I don't
work it
know.
out.
All right, okay. I'm just thinking. So there's a puddle of water.
So
how
you
how
look-
deep
How
is
big is
the
the
puddle?
yeah,
How
nice.
deep is the puddle?
Hey!
Punch my face.
How deep is the puddle?
Not to.
Is it even a puddle or is it like a splash of water?
Well, it's just water that's just gone.
Residue water.
Yeah,
so it's just flat. It's like less than a millimeter.
Yeah, I'd say
Possibly a
flat.
centimeter.
No, I've just said this.
Were there any other doors in the house open? Is it
So
one big room or what?
it's one big room. Let's keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah. So warehouse door. You
It's
walk
a
in.
warehouse door that's closed, so the door's closed. You look through, you see someone hanging with
Imagine
no way
if
of
we were searching
getting
for a
there.
gym and that actually happened.
I'm thinking. For some reason, I'm only. Right, my visuals are currently only seeing like a barn.
A barn.
A barn with two big wooden doors. You know how they have like on The
Yeah.
Walking
Yeah.
Dead, the one that had all the zombies in. So
Or
what I'm seeing is
more
a
of mice
room.
and men.
Yeah, or of a mace of men.
Always.
Okay,
And
yeah, you could do
I'm
that.
seeing like a creaked open barn door.
Let's go
with
for
a
that.
man hanging off the wooden beams in the center. But in a barn, you have that second level floor, which is like a outwards ledge about like maybe a meter, 2 meters out.
I actually
So
said
you-
warehouse, and then you're just wanting it to be a barn.
So in my head, he what happened was
He must have
he
just jumped down.
was standing on the ledge. He was tied the thing around his neck. He does a leap of faith, reaches the bottom, neck snaps, he hangs, pisses himself as he dies. He's been hanging there, puddle of piss on the floor.
It's funny you say piss. I was going to say cries. Cries himself to. Yeah. Yeah, he must have jumped down. There's no way.
And then pissed himself. I think people do defecate when they die, don't they? Or something like that.
So you saying the water was piss?
Yeah. So as he died, his body would just like go. "Whoa."
Was the rope wet?
So the rope is dry, and the key. So
Was
the
he
key
wet?
thing is the water. The water. That is the key.
Is he wet?
The wee.
He is not wet.
He weed himself.
He hasn't weed himself.
Has he
It's,
got a wee
it's
patch?
water. It's
It's
water.
water. Was this warehouse once full of water?
Yes.
So
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say
enough to
no.
the point where he could have swam in there and hung himself and waited for the water to go
He
down.
just like imagine and like
Just slowly, as the water goes down, he's just lowering
not
himself.
wanting to do it when it
Yeah.
gets to the feet. Like I've changed my mind.
And it's too late.
No, so that's too complicated. That so
Okay.
again, so I feel like you don't know. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
ooh,
Ooh.
this could be it.
No,
You don't know?
I just started bracing suspense, but no,
I
I
liked
don't know.
it. I
So-
liked it. Wait. Too far.
Ready? The water. What do you have What is frozen water?
Ice.
So
You're
he's
standing
stood
on
an
ice.
cube.
No, the warehouse was full of ice before, like ice blocks, massive ice blocks, and he had stood on top of them, hung himself, and the ice had melted.
I hate it because why is there a warehouse full of ice blocks?
I feel like when
It wouldn't have made sense. Like if there was any logical sense to it, I would have appreciated it.
well, that's why I said the water.
Yeah, but like I know that, but we would never ever come to the conclusion that
You came up with this, didn't you?
has ice stored in there.
No, the issue is that
Is it a
this was
refrigerator?
It's like a refrigerator warehouse. Why is it? How long was it ice?
yeah.
for?
I didn't want to. I didn't look it up. I went from memory. All right.
Memory.
I went from my
Frank has
memory,
concussion.
and I can't remember the actual exact
So why
words.
is my wooden barn full of ice?
Your wooden barn doesn't exist.
Okay, so it's like I just don't get why.
I
the
might
ware-
have to just like
Yeah.
screenshot the actual
Why
story.
is the warehouse full of ice?
Because the warehouse was an ice factory.
Is that special?
It's got a freezer.
Is this a giant freezer then?
Pretty much,
Did
yeah.
you walk into a freezer?
He walked it. No, he worked for the freezer company.
I love it.
He would have died in there anyway from the frost.
Oh,
No,
and why
but-
would they store? I mean, I guess. Do you know what? I mean, viable option could be that because when ice sculptures are made out of giant ice blocks, aren't they?
Oh,
So
yeah.
there are businesses out there that must
Yeah.
provide ice blocks.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I would have told you it was ice, it was an ice factory, you would have said, well, the ice.
No, I would have probably enjoyed it more if you was like, as you walk into the warehouse, you enter another room. There's like a door to another.
What are you doing, Chad?
Well, okay, guys. Like, you're walking home one night.
Don't take my
it's
thing
like-
off
it's
me.
quite
Go on
dark
then.
outside and all that.
Yeah.
And you walk into. You're curious about these things. You walk into a warehouse. It's quite gloomy. It's dark. The
Imagine if
door
Jason
makes-
changed the story completely and
the
that's a
door
whole
makes
new
a
one.
creak.
That'd be,
All right.
that'd be cool.
Here we go. All right. So yeah. You walk in. You hear a creak.
What was that creek? You do?
And you're like, oh, it's chilly in here.
What's the creek got to do with the chilliness?
Old door, and then you realise it's quite chilly. But you
It's
mistake
eating time.
Yeah, you mistake the chili for just, a breeze. It's an old warehouse, maybe. A breeze, which is a bit weird. So you're like, oh, a bit cold in here. As you walk through the warehouse, you see a series of doors either side of you. Each one is kind of semi-locked. They're like kind of locked indoors. But you see one which is like a little bit open. As you open the door, the breeze seems somewhat worse, slightly colder. But as you walk into this room, and you just see these feet in your face, these feet just dangling. You take the toe and you stick it in your mouth and
You remove the feet from the body first.
Yeah. No. So the person's hanging. And how did it happen? Because there's nothing in there which would suggest.
That's
he was
exactly
able to
what I
climb.
said, Jay.
What would you do with the body once you
It
find
was,
it?
It was wet. That was much better because I let you know that it was once cold. And as he walked in, you walk through the warehouse. There's these locked.
You
out
established
doors.
it was still cold,
Yeah, it was still cold, but
which
it's
would I
not
would
so
then believe
cold
the
that-
ice would stay ice.
No, not so cold that you're frozen, but it's chilly.
You didn't clearly
was
state
so
that.
It
chilly.
will be really cold in there. Yeah.
I was like, oh,
This isn't your story.
I was
This
like,
is
oh,
Jay's story.
it's chilly in here, so it's a bit chilly. Oh, my mind is ticking. It's chilly in there. How weird. It's not a barn. Why would it be chilly? It's a warehouse.
I like, comment below whose story version you like the most.
Mine had toes
Kay's. It would be
sucking
Kay's.
and
Didn't tell the
everything.
story.
Yeah, it had creaky doors.
Well, maybe next time I'll do the research and think of
Yeah.
the exact.
But other
story.
than that, it was a nice little Twizzler.
What'd you do with the body once you
Tell you
find
what,
it?
I like the idea
Cheers.
of the ice statues that you go into the first room, which is full of ice statues.
What would you do with the body when you find it?
What? Have you got a body in your car, Kay, that you want
What
help
would
rid
you
of?
do with the body when you find it?
Well, I reckon first of all you check male, female, of course.
Yeah, so I
Male,
strip
you
them
call the
down.
police. Female, well, that bad boy's going in the boot.
Perfect. Same.
I don't actually appreciate that, Jay. I find that very offensive.
Wow, that was very
All
sarcastic.
right, mate.
You do
Come from the
appreciate
guy
it.
who got reported by children. At
Oh man, that's what we've played 3 times. That's happened
Sweet.
3 times today.
The guy gets reported 3 times and he never gets to forget about it.
That
What
was
would
the-
you do?
What was the ice thing, by the way?
With
The body.
Brilliant, nice. He's gone silent. Dead air.
Bearing in mind, you know you didn't do anything wrong, so you are allowed to report it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to
You're
do
not in
something wrong.
trouble. Jesus, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you really want to answer
Yes,
that? We could do hide a body next week.
Okay, hide the body.
You can hide, or you murder someone.
Yeah,
and you
what
have
would you do
to
with the
hide-
body? That's a great,
We'll do
topic.
that.
What's the next topic? Is it what?
That. What now?
today,
Today?
yeah.
Oh, Jay's.
Would I lie to you?
Would I lie to you?
All right. Okay.
We don't. We can do that now, Jay.
Would I lie to you?
I'm
You
ready for
good
this. I'm
pal,
excited.
JJ. All right.
gonna
Mine's
be good.
actually quite fun. I had one which I was going to do, which was a definite lie. Yeah, that's what I'm not doing it anymore.
All right. So is this
I
one
had
true now?
No. Well, maybe. I had one that was a lie, but then something happened today. So I want to talk about what happened today.
What?
So obviously we went down to Aqua Park Centre World, and I think that's what it's called. And
It's Adam Word.
it's funny because I went with Kamal and Frankie, but Kamal was the one who actually got invited. And earlier on in the week, he goes, "Oh, we've been invited to this," and then we were like, "Does it say we?" Or was it you? And the thing that what they actually said was, "Okay, we want you to come down."
Is this a K list?
No. But you can bring a couple of people with
Okay.
you. Yeah. So this is so you know that we went to this event as Kay's guests. Kay's guests. All right. So last night,
I don't know what's happened. Is this a would I lie to you?
yeah. So last night out with Wef,
Oh no.
we got to the bar and I've been there for half an hour beforehand, and they said
This is
hello
the
to me,
case.
and that's it. No, they said I've said hello to them. There's nothing, and they've said hello back, and nothing's happened. Kay arrives half an hour later. We go to the bar, and the guy's like, "Oh, this guy owns a gym. Give him like discount." This guy owns a gym, even though they know me and him together. All right, so they're like, "Oh yeah, he's a gym owner." Okay, so so we're at this event today. I'm just giving you some context of what happens to me quite a lot, as you all know. So we go to this event today, and like they're here for Kay, and it's all good. And you know when we walked in first of all, and we're signing those little bits of paper and stuff, and we're talking and we're doing bits, and then Kay went off with the guy, and me and you ran back to give it, and I gave the clip, and you gave the clip, and then we're sorting out some bits. I heard one of the people say, "Who are the other two with Kay?" And then the other one went, "Oh, I think they did work for his gym." And
Did they say that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they probably thought that because you were the main event, they invite you down to these things. But so they were like, "Oh, you know, these things," and then you know, classic times. So yeah, that was fun. Two little fat boys following Kay around, working for him at his gym.
What's the would I lie to you?
I'm just telling you that's what happened.
Oh wait, so you couldn't have thought of anything else? I thought you had a story.
Yeah, but I told you my old story. I didn't bother using that one today. I
That
used
would've
this
been
one
good.
instead. Yeah, but this one was better because it happened.
Yeah,
I don't think that happened.
We have to guess.
All right.
We have to guess whether it happened or not.
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking you. Did it happen?
Oh right.
Can we do the other one after? Still,
No.
please,
No, we've already said
because you're
about
not going to
the other
happen for another two weeks.
one. Yeah, but this one's already. The other one's already. I've just told you the other one didn't actually happen.
I probably would still say true. Well, I think this is a lie.
I think it's a lie.
It was a lie. I thought
Yeah.
I was going to try and be more clever with this one. I'm thinking if I spoke about it today, it would be more real and admit the last one was a lie.
Yeah, I like your twist. I liked it.
Yeah, I tried to be out twisty, but you two are just too sharp.
All right.
You two are just too sharp.
Do you have one off the top of your
But
head?
if you want to know what happened last time, I was at the hospital when I was a child. My brother broke his leg, and we were playing in the room. This is the double headbanger.
Oh, you wormed the double, and that's it for today.
We were playing in the toy room, and we were playing, and someone threw a big inflatable at my head, and I smacked it on the side of this fucking windowsill thing,
Yeah.
and I got cut, and I cried. And then I got taken to the A&E bit. They stitched me up, went back out there. We played another round. Happened again. Threw an inflatable at me, smacked me in the back of the head. And yeah, then I got to go in there again. They gave me a toy. They let me keep it.
So if you don't
The
know what
toy I chose was an Action Man.
oh, yay! Well, you can't say that. That was a double headbanger.
I really like
Avid
it.
listeners of the podcast would know Jay's been teasing that for 6 weeks.
Yeah. I've got a story.
Was it a lie though? Was that
Ooh.
really the double headbanger?
Twist.
You.
Would
no
I
one
lie to
tells-
you?
That lie.
That's true, I reckon.
That one was the truth.
Oh, still wormed it in.
It was one big bruise story.
He wormed it
I
in.
got that story throughout the whole. That was great. I'm going to say that was an all-time best.
Yeah.
It was 2 stories in one.
I really like it. I really like what just
I
happened.
used the original story to talk about the past story, to use the original story about today's story to make
Did
this
they
one.
do that on the show?
Yeah, but this is not that show. We're not copying that show. You don't want to
we
copy
are.
people, do
I
you?
want to tell you.
Oh, calling me out.
Oi.
Oh, what a guy.
I've got to tell you about my nanny that I had. So
True.
when I was really young, so my mom used to work really long hours. So whilst she was at work, my sister was at school. I had to be at home, obviously. And at home, I couldn't be alone by myself. So we had a lady, like a really old lady, lived next to us, next door. And it was really easy for her just to come around our house and look after me. And she would get a bit of money for it.
How old were you?
I was probably till about the age of 7, I'd imagine. 7 or 8.
What age were you when you moved to England?
Like 13, like just turned 13. Yeah, 12, 13. So up until the age of like maybe 8 even, I had a nanny. So this nanny, she would force feed me to the point where like I would eat, and then she'd be like, "No, you have to finish your plate," and I really didn't want to.
This is an abusive story.
This is in Azerbaijan, isn't it?
Yeah, and she would make me eat, and I just don't want to eat.
I can't. I would believe that because I've been to your house.
That's not the story yet, though.
I mean, this
You already believe the
fairly
sound.
true.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, a lot of it might be true. It is true. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe he's raising us right there.
Yeah. So anyway, so she forced me. I love this nan to bits, but she just fed me too much. Anyway, this one time she comes down. And there was in the back side of the house, we had a kitchen and we had a table, and we didn't have a lot of money back in the day, so one of the chairs was kind of creaking, kind of broken. I would sit on the chair and I'd be absolutely fine because I knew how to maneuver the chair, and I was below 50 kilos.
Okay.
She was way above 50 kilos. So, and again, I love this land to bits, but the entire week she force fed me so much. I was like, "Mwah." So anyway, she comes down.
I'll show you.
She selects a chair to sit on, and any gentleman would have not let her sit on that chair. So she sits down on the chair, leans forward to put a spoon in my mouth.
He's loving it. He's just killer cake.
She puts the spoon in my mouth.
This is
The chair collapses underneath, and she falls.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the story. Anyway, and instead of helping her, I started crying with laughter, like hysterical tears.
Hey.
Like probably the 6, maybe 7.
He's dropped down 2 years.
No, I'm saying I had her up until the age of 8. I had the nan up until the age of 7 or 8. Yeah.
Oh, I'm struggling.
I think it's a true because is it true?
Is it true?
Because of the laughter. But
I
that
don't
could
say
be
it's a lie because you're a gent and I can't imagine you to do such a thing.
Oh, that made me feel really bad. It's a true story.
Oh,
It's a true story because
real.
yeah, she was.
you loved it too much.
Generally, she almost made me cry with how much she was feeding me. Yeah.
At least now we know if something bad happens to us in this room, like if I hurt myself, I can pretty much guarantee Kate already saw that something was about to happen and let it happen.
Yeah. Because you once tried to feed him.
No, I've done that to you guys.
I reckon when you pulled that knife out of my hand.
Yeah, you were laughing so
Kate was
much.
like-
Jay was bleeding out.
No, Frankie stabbed Jason. Let's just
Slashed.
He slashed me across the throat, but I survived.
He's hard.
Well, I lied to you. Was that true or false?
True.
Oh, right. I got stung by a bee as a child. I was trying to impress Francesca.
True.
I was, yeah, that was just true.
Was it?
Yeah. 'Cause
What happened?
I was. We were at Sheraton Park, and she was learning to ride a bike.
That's just
She
one
was-
inside the box.
That's
What
hard.
the hell?
And she was learning to ride a bike. I was already pretty good at riding a bike at this point, so I
Yeah.
thought I'd showcase my
You're
skill.
right.
I went down a slight hill, fell off my bike, obviously trying to showcase how good I was. Fell off my bike. As I got up, my finger hurt, and I was like, "Oh, I think I got stung by a bee." She laughed at me. I laughed at me. I felt silly, and it was true. Yeah, you said true straight away.
Just as soon as you went, I had tried to impress Fran. I was like,
makes
that's
sense.
Jay. Right, I think we'll call it there. I'll tell you what, we'll all think. We'll start all thinking.
stories.
Think of one each, yeah?
All right then.
All right.
We'll do that next week. Right, that's been a quick cast, 45
Quick
minutes. Let's just end it there because I'm tired now.
Was there any major topics? We didn't have a major discussion.
Nah,
That's-
we've passed it
That's
now.
weird though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
we done the £1 thing that took less time than I thought
You
it
thought
would.
that your account was meant to be a major part of it.
Yeah, oh well. It is what it is. We'll think of some juicy bits next
Right.
week, maybe.
Before we
Nah.
dive, favorite TV series and why? Kay,
Friends.
why?
Because
I don't think you
you
have to
can
do it quick, Kay.
because you can literally select any situation from your life and you can compare it to a friend's moment.
Yeah,
Like, and you can use
true.
so many quotes and references. And
If you send where people get annoyed at Friends now, so it doesn't last well as far as
People who get annoyed at Friends are probably lame.
not friends.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friends with
and
me.
there's a whole new level of people that are discovering it now as well, isn't there? These millennials popping out. Oh, have you watched Friends? Yes.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I
When
am
you hear
Friends.
when you hear about them now talking about it,
Yeah.
you're like, all right,
It's like when these black and blue monsters come out. Oh, have you tried them before?
and we're like, oh,
Originals.
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't
Yeah.
it? When people were like the black and blue ones.
Me and Jason used to, when we went to college, we
Black and
literally
blue.
spent so much money on these black and blue monsters.
They're so old. They're like original monsters.
Originals, yeah. And then we saw them here once, and Max was like, "Oh, have you got the new ones?" We're like, "Oh,
They're not
that
Get
old?
out, child.
How old are we? Because
We're
they're
so
like,
old.
these are really old. They're not new. These are new ones.
yeah." Wow.
ones.
This is the first one
I
I ever had was when we got back from the airport.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Beef,
yeah.
oh.
He actually
Oh,
knuckled me then.
well,
Oh, that's all right. I had a couple of nuts.
yeah,
You
we're
did in front of me.
Yeah. Your face.
Just on the
Favorite TV series and why?
Yeah.
Would have been Game of Thrones, not anymore. Breaking
Breaking Bad?
Kingdom.
Breaking Kingdom.
Really?
Me and the Last Kingdom and Breaking Bad.
I
And
like it.
Vikings. I like Vikings until the
You've got a
end.
few. Okay, so you've got a few. I'm in Frankie's boat here because I also, if you say favourite, I'm just like, this one. No, but I really
Too
like this
many.
one because Friends is one of mine and Francesca's favourite series, and it's a very big part of our relationship. But I also really like Big Bang Theory lately. I've been watching
I love that.
That's
Have you watched
amazing.
the Friday Night Dinner?
What's that?
Yeah, that's quite
Friday
funny.
Night Dinner. It's hilarious. It's got two people from The In-Betweeners, and it's about this family who has a dinner every Friday night.
Friday night.
And they have this neighbor called Jim, and he's got a dog called Wilson, and he just always comes around on a Friday night. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, and he pretends like he doesn't know that they have a dinner on Friday night. Always interrupts it every single Friday night.
Wow, that sounds terrible.
It's
Let's talk
fucking
about my
amazing.
series. Alright, okay, just before we go, favorite TV series that isn't a sitcom, so it can't be like Friends and Big Bang. Ones that like a proper
You like
series.
Power, don't you?
Power,
Fucking
like,
love Power.
Power is up
Ozark.
there. Ozark. You
I
like
haven't seen that
Ozark?
yet. I've
I
watched
haven't seen
an
that.
episode.
So,
don't tell me.
With Breaking Bad, it took me like 4 episodes to get into it. With Power, it was like 2 episodes. Ozark, it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was a sick first
The
episode.
thing is with Power, I think the opening sequence and like the characters instantly make you go, "This is cool."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
See,
loads
like-
of black people, so it's always cool.
I haven't watched that
I think
yet.
the first scene was also in the back of the club, and
Yeah, he starts beating him up.
Yeah, then he shot him in the head. Didn't
Yeah.
he? Like scene one, you're like, "Fuck, this is good."
This guy's cool as fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you prime.
Power is great.
Power was great. I can't wait for the new series. But Ozark, you guys must watch Ozark. Just watch one episode.
Are
and
you
tell me what
ordering
think.
me?
No, you love it. Honestly,
I've
you
watched
love
the
it.
first episode.
The Last
Did you like
Kingdom.
it?
It's good. I really like
Great
it.
series as well.
Who?
The Last Kingdom.
What is it
Yeah.
about?
Vikings.
And Saxons.
I'm out.
You're out.
Really? No, you've judged it then.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not over the top with that. It's
I feel like there's less. It seems like is it based in like a forest and castles and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine it. There's no Tesco's around the corner. I'm probably not going to watch it.
what? What do you mean?
don't
Why
know.
can't you get
It's
into
the
it?
same-
It's
for
not
the same-
scene, is it?
But it has a good storyline.
I wouldn't ever move to a countryside unless I'm like 90.
I mean, you don't have to live there.
Yeah,
You're
no,
not
but
being
I don't-
asked
I
to
don't enjoy the
live.
environment.
You don't enjoy
Before watching
the
on
history
Netflix,
or
you
what-
will live here.
Yeah, but
Do you
if you're not
accept?
into that, if that part of history doesn't bother you, then you're not going to really enjoy it.
Well, I
If you
think
don't
I'm
like badass thrillers with sword fights and
if you don't like amazing acting and characters,
if you hate fun,
yeah,
then
he's a great Utlid, son of Utlid.
Uhtred, son
He's
of
such a
Uhtred.
cool character.
He's great. Yeah, what
I
a
love
guy.
it because he's like a lot of the time when you watch TV shows, the main guy he starts being a pussy by the end of
he
season
just
2
doesn't
and 3,
become a puss, does he?
and he's like always fucking like just does what he wants.
Same with Ghost from Power. Well,
Don't
although-
spoil. I might watch that. I don't spoil that one.
Have you not seen?
I haven't seen
Power?
any of them.
How did you
So,
avoid the spoilers?
I'll wait for the shot on the back of the head. Thank you very much, Jay. You
I mean,
tell
that's
me.
season 1, episode 1. Like,
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't-
You-
I will watch it. Probably,
You wait till
so.
Ghost dies.
Ooh. I
okay,
mean, I've
why
seen him in
hell
the.
would you drop
I've
that?
seen him in the trailers.
Oh.
But all right, let's end that there. Come on, we're getting.
Just before we wrap
What's your favorite color?
black.
Black.
Yellow.
Oh, of course it is. We went to Starbucks earlier. Frankie picked up out of all the beautiful colors of the cups in Starbucks.
Beautiful. All right.
Yeah, the black, the pastel colors. He picks up an orange, the ugliest color in the
Orange.
whole.
Pretty whack.
Yeah.
Yo.
What can you rhyme with orange?
Orange.
Orange. I got a
Yeah, you know
orange.
about that, wouldn't you?
I got a sore minge because
Minge.
I've been using too many oranges up there. That's great. Oranges up there. That's disgusting.
Right, I think we're flagging now.
Yeah.
We've done really well for some people that have been absolutely dead for the last few hours.
Yeah. To my left. To my left.
Jason Watson.
To my right.
Kamal.
Me, Frankie Luz. Jay, what's your Instagram?
Jurassic Soul.
Jay.
Life of Kamal.
Me, the real Frankie Luz.
Frankie
Apparently we've got 35 t-shirts left. I recall only selling 3, so
My body's out.
where are they gone? If you want to see my bum, I will show it for money.
Patreon gold Patreon users get
the split cheeks.
Sweet sweat cheeks.
I mean, you can have a threesome
What
on
can
sweat
me and
cheeks.
Kay give them?
You want some
if
sweat
they
cheeks
subscribe to gold, they get sweet sweat cheeks.
Good sweat cheeks of me.
All right. So if they get silver, Kay, what are you giving them?
Sweat cheeks?
Yeah.
You can give them some sweat cheeks.
If they do bronze, you get sweat cheeks.
Sweat cheeks is a good.
I suppose you'd go from really. Have you got a hairier bum
I've
than
got
me?
a great hairy
So
bum.
you go hairy, sort of hairy. To how's your bum? You got hairy bum?
Pretty hairy.
Oh well, you got 3 hairy bums.
Every hairy sweaty bums
Aw.
coming your way. I think we should save them all for gold.
Just the shittest package ever.
you pay $4.99 a month for gold, and you just get a fucking
Just
sweat
our ass
bum.
cracked every.
Once a month. You get a sweat.
I'll show you
bum.
mine after a wipe.
not a deep wipe as well. Like a more of a smear than a
Yeah,
wipe.
so I'm not even bothered to clean it all. I got lazy for it's actually hurting because I've wiped it so many times. Even blood's coming out, Jay.
All right, mate.
Blood and poo.
Oh, you got a serious.
Blood and poo.
Maybe next week Frankie won't be here. Who knows? He might be dead.
You want me dead for bloody poo?
Yeah, he might be dead from bloody poo. It's a
Right.
serious problem.
Okay, I'll just wait for you
Ruptured
to...
bowels is not a joke.
Bye.
I'll show you my tumours.